It's stuck. You'll never get it back.
We can rescue it if you'll help me.
I'm sorry. I can't.
There's the string. We can follow it.
It survived the fall. It's a beautiful kite. I've never seen one quite like it. What do the drawings on it mean?
Roses.
Roses?
It's okay if you don't see them. Not many people do.
Well, I've never seen roses quite like those. Let's get you home.
If only you could.
Can't be that far.
4,672 light years to be exact.
That's very clever. Now let's get going.
It'll be a while before we find our way. These things usually take time. Maybe I could tell you a story.
What's a story gonna do? It's not gonna get us home faster.
Well, that's how you could get me home.
What's it about?
How I got here, to Earth.
I could already guess how you've got here, and I'm not particularly interested in hearing about it.
It was on my last stop, on my intergalactic journey. My planet is asteroid 325. You may know of it. The humans call it D612. It's not like Earth, a bit smaller, but just enough space. If I ever want to watch the sunset, all I have to do is walk a few steps to the other side. Once I saw 42 sunsets. The sun is always setting, always rising. My asteroid requires a lot of care, but I am happy to do it. Taking care of my asteroid takes care of me. And so, I make sure every morning that I pull all the weeds out, control the baobab trees from spreading, and stop bad weeds from sprouting. And then my rose sprouted. I took care of my rose like I'd never taken care of anything, because I loved her. But maybe it was too much. She began to act very vain, took advantage of my love for her. I became so lonely, and I never meant to abandon her, or my planet, and the baobab trees. All I wanted was to cure my loneliness, to explore, really. So I did. I left my asteroid and rose and the baobab trees and took off on my intergalactic journey. I visited asteroid 325 first and met a man there, a king. How can a man be a king without people to rule was a question that I did not find the answer to until spending some time there. I felt terribly sorry for him. It confused me. This was the first grown-up I had ever met. I left. Perhaps you could help me understand.
I'd have to understand myself, but I don't have time to worry about hypothetical situations like you can. Now can you please help me find a way out of here?
I visited asteroid 327 next, and there I met a man who drank to forget. The shame he feels from drinking. He was drinking himself mad. But I continued on my voyage, feeling confused about all the strange characters I had left behind. I met a businessman next on asteroid 328, but I can't tell you much about him. He was busy counting the stars. He thought he owned them. It seems to me that they owned him. The sky consumed his life, and he wasted his own time counting and counting the stars he claimed to own, without once admiring them. He did not take care of them, as I do to the volcanoes and rose I own on my planet. More than anyone, the businessman confused me, and I left. I reached the next planet and met a man who called himself a geographer. He is the reason I know I must return to my planet and my rose. This man says that the roses do not live very long, and now I fear that my rose may be in terrible danger. After exploring every planet, I have been able to exit the planet's atmosphere easily. I can do this thanks to my powers, which allow me to travel the galaxy in seconds. When I left my planet, I knew my rose would be okay because my powers did not fail me. And that now I doubt that. I can't seem to leave Earth. And I suspect the reason has to do with what I have learned about grown-ups. You must help me. Tell me why. Why must adults be so strange? You seem okay, not like the others. You must help me.
But I can't, because I am not. I'm not like the others. I don't want to be. I thought I was, for all my life, but I'm not. I wish I could help you understand, but I do not understand. I also have something I love. It is you who has helped me understand. That is where I must save my creativity.
And you will save it. And you remember to look up at the stars and know you have a friend among them.